For this week's Sports Star Spotlight, we're visiting a powerhouse program in New Jersey. Located just north of Newark in Oradell, New Jersey, Bergen Catholic football is a well-known brand, not just in this state, but across the country. The Crusaders have won 19 state championships all time, which includes a current run of 3 straight.
Really, it's been a tremendous experience for me, but for the kids, I think it's really been the bedrock of New Jersey football. 19 state championships at this point. Right now, we're on a pretty good run. We've been #1 team in New Jersey for 4 years straight. COVID year, there was no state champ, but we won the last 3.
It's definitely important to us. We're now trying to go for 4 straight, so not having a ring this year would be something that's not on our mind. So.
Bergen Catholic has been around since 1955, and the list of college and professional athletes who come out of this school is a long one. The headliner on this year's football team is 4-star wide receiver Quincy Porter. Quincy was first drawn to the Crusaders football program when he came to one of their junior football camps, a camp he now helps run. Head coach Vito Campanelli saw unlimited potential when young Quincy started working out on this field.
I thought he was like Bambi when I first met him, right? So he was a big, lanky kid. He was at the time playing running back. He had come to my junior football camp. I just kind of saw like a blank canvas. I thought he was going to be, his ball skills were amazing. His length and catch radius, you could kind of tell. He had just turned 12 years old, but you knew what he was going to be. And he really took coaching. Like, he was a kid, he looked you in the eye, he wanted to get better. He took every rep in the camp. Quincy was like an untapped gem when we got him. But I think the #1 thing about him has really been his work ethic and his passion to get better.
Coach has gotten to witness that work ethic firsthand over the last 4 years. His son Dominic is a Crusaders starting quarterback and a Holy Cross commit. Dominic has been friends with Quincy since their grade school days.
There's not too many weekends if you drove down Oradell Ave where you wouldn't see those guys on their own in February on Sunday afternoon or Saturday evening. Like, they're out here on their own doing routes on air. And now it's kind of caught fire, and it's just kind of what our guys do.
Quincy's commitment to his craft is second to none. He's always looking for an edge, always trying to find things he can improve. He started running track for Bergen because he wanted to get faster, and the results speak for themselves.
Well, I always encourage all football players to come out for track. I should say look at your idols, because I always pick them out, and I'm like, oh, look what he did, look what he did.
I definitely got faster. I mean, at this point, I always want to get faster, so it would always help to get a little bit faster.
He worked really hard. He was always locked in, goes to practice, throws his headphones, did everything plus more. A bit of a perfectionist. When he didn't do something right, he wanted to do it again. And sometimes I thought it was too much because he wanted to do all these extra reps, but that just came from his hard work.
That improved speed is a great compliment to a 6'3", 190-pound frame, which is why he's one of the highest rated receivers in America.
He tracks the ball about as good as anybody you're going to find, but usually the thing that is really innate in him is like body control. Usually those big guys at the high school level, they're just kind of coming into their body. He can control his body at a different rate. It's almost like he can hold himself in air, and he really does a great job with the back shoulder play, the fade ball. So he's just a nightmare to cover.
He had almost 40 offers from many of the nation's best programs, including Georgia, Alabama, Texas, and Michigan. But an offer from the wide receiver factory that is Ohio State stood out above all others, and he's now a verbal commit to the Buckeyes.
If you want to be a doctor, you probably go to Johns Hopkins, right? If you want to be an NFL wide receiver, you go to Ohio State right now. I mean, the benchmark of receiver play has really been Ohio State.
Wide receiver, but yeah, Coach Harlan's done great things with wide receivers, and I wanted to be next when it comes into the league.
Before he heads to Columbus, though, Quincy has an important goal here at Bergen Catholic. Not only to get his 4th championship ring, but also help his younger brother Brian get his first, which would allow him to pass the torch to the next generation of Crusaders.
Yeah, when you're getting when the running back's getting.
It's gonna be cool because I've actually never played on the same team in really any sport with him. Football definitely brought us closer, and for me right now, it's just getting him better and also getting him into the spotlight and doing what he needs to do. I want to see if he could do his own thing, he'd be able to finish his career with rings every year.
He's definitely not going to be a rah-rah guy. He's not going to be a guy to get in anybody's face. I think it's more like my actions dictate my results. He's going to work tirelessly at his craft. He really wants to be great. He's as selfless of a superstar as you're going to find. He is really a program kid.